Good evening, I'm Catherine Borg. I'm the project lead of Inviting Light, and it's my delight to welcome you all to the unveiling of the fourth Inviting Light public art site installation, Soft Gym, by Baltimore dynamic duo Wickerham and Lomax. As many of you already know, Inviting Light is a public art challenge project sponsored by Bloomberg Philanthropies. Central Baltimore Partnership, in partnership with the Mayor's Office of Arts, Culture, and Entertainment and the Neighborhood Design Center, have brought this project to life, and as have all of you every time you come to one of our events. Thank you. Additional support has been provided by the Maryland Department of Housing and Community Development, the National Endowment for the Arts, the Baltimore Community Foundation, BGE, and MICA. And I would like to thank all of those sponsors along with all of you for being here and bringing your light to the heart of Baltimore, the Station North Arts District. Yeah. Woo. I want to keep my remarks as short as possible. So I would just like to say to each and every one of the people who has worked on the Inviting Light site installations and events, thank you for your contributions to this project, large and small. You have my deepest gratitude, and I'm proud of what we have pulled off together. And to everyone who has come out this year to celebrate the launch, each new site, thank you, and please continue to keep bringing your light to Station North. Now I'd like to hand it over to Jack Dana, the Director of Revitalization for Central Baltimore, who gets my extra special thanks for his faith in me and unwavering support of this project.
Well, good evening, everyone. What a great night to celebrate here on North Avenue. And we welcome all of you on behalf of the Central Baltimore Partnership, the 11 neighborhoods of Central Baltimore, and more importantly, Charles North. It's wonderful to see you all here as we celebrate the reintroduction of the Ynot lot and to the Charles North community and the Station North Arts District after a 2-year hiatus. Since its inception in 2014, the Ynot lot has served as a community hub for just about everything, from Pride to Black Lives Matter movement to the Maryland Film Festival, which successfully just concluded, Artscape, an outdoor food pantry called Farm to Stoop, and as everyone knows, so much more. Back in 1961, at this very spot was home to the branch of the Maryland National Bank and stood one of Baltimore's greatest examples of brutalist architecture. From 1995 to 2015, it housed the Kagro Building, the headquarters for the Korean Grocers and License and Beverage Association of Maryland, when this stretch of North Avenue served as the anchor for Baltimore's Koreatown. Then in 2016, the building hosted the Bubble Over Green, a digital and another light installation in partnership with the Baltimore Contemporary Art Museum and a collaboration with the National Endowment for the Arts. But for 10 years since, it was vacant and abandoned until acquired by new owners. That building is maybe gone now, but its legacy continues, transformed into something new, something vital that will allow Soft Gym, the Ynot lot, to continue to commingle in celebration of art, light, creativity, and more importantly, togetherness. Tonight we honor this vision and we give special thanks to all the Ynot lot contributors, and there are many. Present company, Wickerham and Lomax, SBC Outdoor Services, I hope they are here. Notably, Steve, the foreman, Fernando, the other foreman, and their team who worked around the clock, literally, for the last 2 weeks to deliver this remarkable space. Paradise Slabs, Prestige Electric, Alex Sparks, Scarda and Associates, Enviro Collab, MCB Realty, and the Charles North Community Association. Something that's very important to me, and I want all of you to know this. I want to celebrate and thank the many city employees over 4 weeks who worked vigorously to get the permits issued, Our inspections completed so we could deliver Soft Gym and the Ynot lot this evening for all of you. Yes, a round of applause. Also, special thanks, and I hope he is here. He promised me would. I can't see anyone out there, but Deputy Commissioner Jason Hessler, who returned every text, sometimes at 7 in the morning and as late as at 10 o'clock at night, and returned every phone call to jump in and help. Again, special thanks to Lindsay Jackson and Obed Grant from the Mayor's Office of Arts, Culture, and Entertainment, both of whom have been our right-hand chief leaders along with Catherine Borg. Through this one-year endeavor with Inviting Light in the Bloomberg Public Art Challenge, Obed, a dear friend and a great brother, could not be with us due to a family matter, but his impact is on full display with all of you this evening. In conclusion, we're very honored to share this celebratory evening with Mayor Brandon Scott, who has made a significant investment just like this in open space community rec centers, as he recognizes they are all the hallmarks of community advancement and strength. In addition, Bloomberg Philanthropies CEO Patty Harris has dedicated her remarkable career to placemaking through art, culture, to make her communities more equitable and prosperous. Had a great opportunity to live in New York for a long time as a graduate student in urban planning when she was deputy mayor, and I saw her bold vision, her determination to remake small and large spaces, inclusive places, and active places. So on behalf of all of you, all these wonderful people behind me, our councilman from District 7, Jermaine Torrance, my smooth operator from District 12, Jermaine Jones, wherever he is, and anyone else out there we've forgotten, welcome to the new Ynot lot. We're very proud. Thanks so much.
And now I would like to introduce Mayor Brandon Scott. Please welcome him.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. All right, this is the Ynot lot, y'all. Come on. Good evening, everyone. That is more likely. What a great evening to be with you all in the heart of Station North, on the heartbeat of the city, North Avenue, tonight as we celebrate the grand reopening of the Ynot lot and the fourth installation of the Inviting Light artwork series. We just took a tour of the amazing series of artworks, and I just want to say again, thank you and congratulations to all of our artists. And when you think about their pieces and how different they are, for me, my biggest takeaway is that really speaks to Baltimore's spirit, because we are this city where everyone's quirky, everyone's different, but somehow we all fit together perfectly like a jigsaw puzzle. And when you look at these beautiful art pieces and these installations, we just know how much it speaks to the spirit, the culture, and the vibrancy of our great city. I want to thank them, these artists, Zoe, Fawn, Tony, and the two artists behind me, Daniel and Malcolm, for all that they do in Baltimore, but also for continuing to push out their greatness and their creativeness into the world. I want to thank our city council president. I know he's with us tonight. Council President Z. Cohen is here tonight. We already mentioned Councilman Torrance and the smooth operator. He is never going to hear the end of that one. Let me tell you that right now. Councilman Jones. I also want to thank my good friend Derek Adams for curating these exhibits and for his support of creative projects, including the Scout Art Fair that he led at Artscape this year. I also want to thank Derek for bringing the warm weather when we came back into town, because as you all know, we were out here two days ago. We always been freezing, so thank you for that, Derek. I want to thank Jose Ruiz for curating the Inviting Light activation. I want to also thank Lindsay, Obed, and the team at Moash for their work to make this happen. Stephanie Dockery, lead of the Public Art Challenge. And of course, I'd be very remiss if I didn't thank Bloomberg Philanthropies and my good friend Patty Harris for their generous support of this project. They gave $1 million to the Inviting Light project, and this is the reason why we are here right now. Patty, I want to thank you, Mayor Bloomberg, and the entire team again for making the trip to Charm City and for you to see this firsthand. Your team's work and the support of the entire Bloomberg Foundation is helping Baltimore to drive our Renaissance forward every single day in so many ways. And for that, we are so grateful. Let's give them a big round of applause. And please tell the mayor that you and I did not eat crab cakes without him. Every time he comes to town, we have to all eat crab cakes. But here in Station North, you can feel Baltimore's Renaissance up close. We know that this area was designated a district, arts district, over 2 decades ago, and it's been home to artists and creators for even longer than that. Revitalization that we are starting to see today is thanks to artists, community leaders, small business owners, and residents who believed and still believe in its potential here in Station North. Every business, every restaurant, every community gathering space like this one is thanks to those folks who saw that Station North, what it could be, and put in the time and effort to get it there. This is a community-driven transformation. And that's the best kind of transformation that you will find. And I couldn't be prouder to be bringing exciting investments like this one here to support it. And as we celebrate the launch of the new Why Not lot and enjoy these beautiful installations, I want to congratulate each and every person who helped us to reach this point. I can't wait to continue to build on this growth with all of you for many, many, many years to come until not just Station North, but all of Baltimore, we collectively reach our full potential. Thank you very much. And with that, I have the opportunity to pass the microphone over to my good friend, a CEO of Bloomberg of Philanthropy, Patty Harris. Patty?
Thank you so much, Mayor. Thank you so much, Mayor Scott. We are so thrilled to partner with you on so many different issues. It's so exciting to be here tonight and to celebrate the Baltimore Public Art Challenge, Inviting Light. 10 years ago, Bloomberg Philanthropies launched our first public art challenge to support innovative projects that engage communities, enrich cities, and address local challenges. We invited mayors from across the country to submit proposals for temporary public art projects that demonstrate close collaboration between artists and arts organizations and city government that address an urgent civic issue. And to date, 17 cities, including Baltimore, have received, as Mayor Scott said, $1 million to bring public art to their communities. It's been an incredible success. The program was born out of Mike Bloomberg's experience as mayor of New York City. I had the honor of serving as first deputy mayor, and in our administration, we supported more than 500 public art projects across the entire city. And in fact, the person who was in charge of them is here with us today. I just want to recognize her, Kate Levin, who now leads Bloomberg Philanthropies' work in the arts. Thank you, Kate. In New York, we saw how public art can help change the city for the better. Not only can it bring people together and spur civic conversations, but it can also help support small businesses and strengthen neighborhoods. And we're seeing this in Station North. The community is even stronger, safer, and more beautiful because of Inviting Light. I'm so happy to be here and see all the projects tonight. As Mayor Scott mentioned, none of this would have been possible without the leadership of Derek Adams, who is a world-renowned artist in his own right, and we're lucky to have him as a longtime friend and also as the brilliant curator of this entire project. Thank you so much, Derek. We also owe a huge thanks to our partners, the City of Baltimore, the Central Baltimore Partnership, and the Neighborhood Design Center. And congratulations again, as Mayor Scott said, but I have to always recognize artists, Zoe, Fawn, and Tony, whose inspiring art is already lighting up the neighborhood. That brings us to tonight. It's so great to be here celebrating the artist duo that has transformed this vacant lot into a dynamic public art space. Soft Gym, as it's called, is a wonderful artistic achievement and a gift to this city. So please join me in thanking, recognizing, and celebrating Wickerham and Lomax for a big round of applause. Thank you so much. Mike Bloomberg and Bloomberg Philanthropies have been longtime believers in Baltimore, a city that is very close to our hearts. Mike has always been so grateful for the opportunities that his 4 years in Baltimore at Johns Hopkins University gave him. And he's continued to give back to the university and to so many nonprofits around the city. We've also had a long-term partnership with City Hall through several administrations, building critical capacity that's helping local leaders make progress on so many key issues. One of the partners in that work was Deputy Mayor Anthony Barksdale, a longtime Baltimore police official who served as the city's deputy mayor for public safety. And his sudden death last week was terrible. It was a tremendous loss. Our hearts go out to his loved ones and to the entire community. And to you and your team, Mayor Scott, I just wanted to recognize and acknowledge all he did for this great city. Please know how proud Bloomberg Philanthropies is to support you in so many areas, including the arts. As you all know, Baltimore has a rich artistic history, and it's exciting to champion a new generation of artists like Wickerham and Lomax and so many others who are helping to shape the city's future. So thank you all so much for being here. Please tell your friends and family to check out this installation, all of the installations. And please don't forget to download our free Bloomberg Connects app, have to plug our app, as part of your visitor experience. It's free, it's on your phone, go do it. And then please come back in December for the opening of the final installation by Ekene Ijomu. It's great to be here. We're so excited. On behalf of Bloomberg and Mike Bloomberg, thank you so much for having us. And now it's my pleasure to welcome the Director of the Mayor's Office of Arts, Culture, and Entertainment, sounds like a great job, the fantastic partner, Lindsay Johnson.
Good evening, everyone. It is hard to follow the mayor and Miss Patty, but ain't this amazing to see what's happening to this space here? And what's happening here in Station North. What's happening here is exactly what Baltimore does best. Baltimore turns creativity into community. Inviting Light shows how public art can bring people together, spark conversation, and make our neighborhoods shine and bright. My job here is to thank the team on the city side that worked pretty hard to make this happen. First, our leader, Mayor Brandon Scott. You guys heard about Jason. What you guys don't know is every time the team here called the city team for help, or we got like a red tape little moment here, my phone rung at the early morning, late night, early mornings as well. So Obed from the Mayor's Office of Arts, Culture, Entertainment, DOT electricians that learned a lot throughout this process, our building inspectors, all of our inspectors, even the fire department learned a couple of things around the way. And also our external partners like BG&E. So of course I want to thank Daniel, Malcolm, Dirk, Miss Catherine and Miss Patty and Bloomberg team for believing in Baltimore's creative energy. Baltimore's creative story is still being written, but tonight I think we just added a great chapter. So let's enjoy this moment, guys.
And now it is my pleasure to introduce the curator of Inviting Light, Derek Adams.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Once again, we come to Station North to celebrate another great installation. We're so proud of the transformation these artists were able to imagine and execute with the help of the production team of Inviting Light. I am also very much grateful and honored to be the curator chosen to select the artists that you will experience now until the last artist, which hopefully will happen sooner than later. And we're very excited about it. Today, we are here to celebrate Daniel and Malcolm. And before I get into the thing, yeah, give them applause, please. Yeah. Before I go into my spill, I want to say that I've known Daniel and Malcolm for some time. I actually was the instructor and did studio visit with both of them at Micah as undergrads when I taught senior thesis. And I'm very excited to watch their career flourish and their practice develop into the language that we're experiencing, or we're fortunate to experience tonight. The Soft Gem is part of this amazing creative art duo. When you set out to create Inviting Light, the goal was to reimagine how public art can activate community spaces, how art can invite people not just to look, but to move, to interact, and to feel connected. That's exactly what Malcolm and Daniel has done here. Their installation is part playground, part training ground. It feels like a surreal landscape that challenges us to think about how we use our bodies, our emotion, and our social energy to public space. Station North has always been a home for experimentation and creativity, and how, as the site of new Why Not Lot. So I want to give applause for the Why Not Lot. The Why Not Lot is such an important place in Baltimore. It's so important. And I'm so glad these artists were chosen to activate that piece on this property. Wickham and Lomax has transformed this space into something that asks us to participate, to test our balance, literally and figuratively, and to find joy in the act of being together. What I love about that vision is how it merges the personal and the collective, piecing like the gym ring and the padded walls and the squeegee sconces and the coach and training. Friends bring humor, empathy, and care into a space that feels both futuristic and familiar. They remind us that art, like exercise, is something that we do to stay strong, both individually and as a community. So tonight, as you explore the Soft Gem, I encourage you to play, to rest, to reflect, to imagine what it means to share space with others in a new, generous way. Thank you, Malcolm and Daniel, for bringing such vision, imagination, and heart to Station North and to Baltimore. This space is tremendous. I would like to before I bring Malcolm and Daniel up, I would like to thank everybody who made this happen. And in detail, with everything happening in the creative culture that's growing in Baltimore, it is imperative that these types of projects exist and that we thrive through these programs and these projects. I am honored to be invited to do this project long time ago from a good friend, Tanya Miller Hall, and who's here. With all the things that I have going on, this was definitely something that I'm so grateful to be brought into. And without further, delay, I would like to bring Malcolm and Daniel in it. So give them a big applause, please. Come on, guys.
Y'all, we made a park. We made a park for you guys.
Do you want to go?
Go ahead.
So I wanted to start off with a really dry thank yous, but they mean the most. So we're going to start off thanking Bloomberg Philanthropies, and we're going to thank the City of Baltimore, Central Baltimore Partnership, Derek Adams, Present Company, and Daniel.
Yeah.
You want to?
No, go through your whole thing.
Okay, cool. Okay, and I would
This is how
love.
we collaborate.
Yeah, and I would love to thank Paradise Labs with Pete, Adam, Christian, and also I want to go back to the Central Baltimore Partnership. I want to give Catherine a big round of applause. Can we all do that? Thank you. Catherine's been working very hard on this project, going in and out of emails with me and Daniel, and it's hard to fight both of us. So I want to thank her for putting up with everything we probably put her through. Also, I want to thank like the honorary members of Wickham and Lomax. Nick Scholl, Terry Henderson, Alexa Bristol, Pangelica Hall, Caleb, Ants, Katia Rosenthal, Moon, Sandy, Amy Reed. All of you guys have really been a part of us building this project and have been vital kind of lifelines for us finishing this project. I want to thank my Motorhouse family. If you guys are here, I want to thank Jessica, Tori, Molly, Dragon, Ivan, Darius, Dom. I see you. You're the only person I can see. And I want to thank everyone that I've ever loved and taught me something. I think what Dan and I tried to do was take those things and translate them into form, put them in this park. And my last thank you is to Daniel. Daniel put in so much effort in this project. He got up cold days. I'm about to cry.
All right, I'll start.
Yeah.
I was going to end with Malcolm, but maybe I'll start with Malcolm. This definitely wouldn't be worth it or interesting to do without him. He's my best friend. I love you, Malcolm. So I'm glad we're on this journey together. But looking out at this turnout is, my heart is just full, and I feel the love and the responsibility. This park is for you guys, so I'm excited to see how we fill it up and what we do with it. We tried to make a very specific context that hopefully is open and porous to what everybody feels they want to do. So I'm looking forward to that, but I would like to start out by blaming somebody, and that's the person that got me into this mess, the curator, Derek Adams. I do want to thank him for trusting us, and this is the first public work that we've done, and it feels right. It was exciting to see just how people were already using it. And we just kind of create the framework for how people want to live. So that's fantastic. Let me see. I guess what I learned about public art is that it takes 60,000 emails to make something like this. And most of those emails were to the people behind me and maybe out there in the dark that I would like to thank. Megan and Phil at Present Company, they had been designing this park much earlier than when we got involved, for about a year and a half earlier. And we came along and just started hanging our stuff all over their designs. I've been trying to get this phrase to work that Malcolm and I are breastfeeding architects. But Megan's a Libra, so we got along perfectly. And when stuff wasn't working, she was incredibly flexible and usually came up with a better idea. Like this gym rig that people keep referring to along Maryland Ave was just supposed to be on the ground, which is sort of interesting. But due to some complications, we had to flip it 180 degrees. And I think it's cooler because of that. And Megan and Phil are to thank for a lot of those tweaks along the way. Where are my guys from? Paradise Labs, a full-blown production company. They're all artists in their own right, so they know how to work with artists. Adam, Pete, Christian, I love you guys. They really made this whole project possible, so now I have to come up with some new ideas just so I can hang out with them again. I mean, really kindred spirits. I love them. That's Pete. I love him. Jack, our leader, Abby, who is the steward of the original Ynot lot, Jose, who has put this whole evening together. He has been incredible. He really understood our work from the very beginning. He understood all the nuance of it, and he came up with some really amazing programming. That includes Nina and Megan, who are making the food in the back, Daniel and Justin, who are doing the sound, Todd, our videographer, Babette, amazing choreography. The boys are hot. They look good. Now, Catherine. All the people I just listed, she had to deal with all of them. And if you haven't heard her say tonight, then things are probably going well. She's a trip, and I love Catherine. Catherine, you did an amazing job. Thank you very much. And like I said, I want to thank Malcolm. Truly, I didn't imagine my life would be like this, but it mostly has to do with him. And the other person it has to do with is my husband, Nick, who I can be a real pill during installation, but he's been incredibly supportive. Half of this park has moved through our living room and prototypes and test prints, so I'm sure he's glad that it's finally at its destination. I feel very proud of the city and the team that we worked with. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for the turnout. I love you guys.
Okay, I'm back. The last thing I have to say is Daniel and I usually do exhibitions that are like this, rigorous, hard. And usually my grandmother will call me like right before or like text me right before and like, how's it going? But she doesn't really care. She's kind of like, did you finish and is it good for the public? But this time she texted me. She texted my cousin and was like, tell Malcolm I said hello. And she said, also, I love his mayor. And so I need a photo with Brandon Scott for my grandmother. And following us is Jose Ruiz, curator of public programming.
Hello, everybody. We're running on time. I have the privilege of closing up the remarks, so thank you for staying warm. I just have a few acknowledgments and a few PSAs, so thank you. Part of the evening tonight that makes it so special is in due to our community partners, Neighborhood Design Center, Bryony Heisen, Maura Dwyer have been incredible to work with. Micah, as a partner too, has been really supportive, especially in this component of the Why Not lot, so thank you. We thank also our curatorial practice interns and docents who are out and about, supporting the other sites, giving tours. They've been supporting this project since last spring, so I'm very thankful to work with my students inside and outside of the classroom. I'm really grateful to have worked with Wickerman Lomax. I think they're a testament that ideas and concepts don't have to be compromised at all in the public realm. They've maintained the strength of their work, their vision throughout a pretty complicated process, and it's been a really great pleasure just to be part of that. Tonight we still have a good hour and a half, so these are the PSAs. Please hop over to Mobtown. Be careful crossing the street. We have DJ Chris Brooks there. There's an art making activity. We're also premiering the Inviting Light Pilsner beer, so grab or taste some of it. It'll be on sale at Club Car and the neighborhood stores pretty soon too. And there'll also be guided tours starting at 7 in a couple of minutes, 7:30 and 8 in front of Mobtown if you want to see the other sites. And then even though we'll finish up in about an hour and a half, we'll be keeping the park open up until mid-December. So there'll be weekend viewing hours on Fridays and Saturdays, 6 to 8. So please come back so you can enjoy the work with more distance and more time. And as we finish up here, please stick around. We will be moving some of the stuff out of the stage and welcome everyone to come on to get the view from the park from this side. So thank you. All right, bye-bye.